All right, what's going on, you fam? Raiyuden here. We got the most exciting reveals and stuff. We got the Crusher Core without a Turles, and we got a Legends Unlimited Yellow Range Goku, and we got a upcoming Bardock Zenkai Awakening. From what they teased with this guy, he seemed kind of interesting. I like that idea of if you have a defeated battle member, your ultimate will net you another ultimate. I can see how that can make some pretty fun plays. I don't mind that, but I'm not the biggest fan of these characters that have conditional capabilities. I don't like the whole you need a defeated battle member for this. Just when you're in this game of crazy characters that are performing at their all-time best with very little restriction or no restriction at all, characters that do have these restrictions almost never eclipse that. A good example of this is the Saiyan Saga Yellow Goku, who needed a defeated battle member to have his card draw speed and some of his other damaging passives. That did not fare well for the guy. He's actually being labeled one of the worst releases of the entire year. The problem is, whenever they do that, the passives that they get from a defeated battle member don't even go over what some of these characters can do by default. So I'm not sure how well that'll fare with Goku, but let's go through his entire kit and see how well the guy does. Alright, tenaciously survive your opponent's most formidable attacks and counterattack with reserves of incredible power when in dire situations. Legends Limited Goku is here. Look how plain this is. Legends Limited Goku. Number 1, high defenses using the unique gauge. Goku's unique gauge charges up every time an ally is hit with an enemy's arts attack. When it fills up to max, it will reduce your opponent's Dragon Balls and reduce the impact, explode, and slice damage that Goku receives. Plus, if Goku's health is below 50%, this character will receive a ton of health. This could be an issue given that a lot of modern characters are able to snuff away how much health restore you have. Super 17, pretty sure UG4 has it in some way, shape, or form. A lot of characters can do that, so that's a big question. Number 2, wildly tough against ultimate arts. When faced with an enemy, Goku's unfavorable element factors will be nullified for damage received. One time when an enemy activates an ultimate or awakened arts, Goku will recover health and the enemy's attribute upgrades and buff effects will be cancelled. That means Goku can be used to take your opponent's ultimate arts. This is good. It's clearly directed towards UG4. You know, that guy's type neutral, was part of the reason why a bunch of yellow units were terrified of him. But with Goku sponging the ultimate and taking away his type neutral, it's pretty good. It will help him when it comes to sustaining him, as well as the ultimate Gohan, of course. Number 3, early combo potential. While the enemy has 50% or more health, Goku will get a boost to arts card draw speed and nullify enemy special cover changes. Since this character also gets a boost to draw speed at the battle start, you can go on the offense with number 2 plus 2 arts card draw speed. That's pretty good. Sounds very similar to UG4 in that he has cover nullification showing up on the field. Interesting that they made it so that only when the character has more than 50% health are you able to do this. You know, they don't want you to be too oppressive now, I suppose. Number 4, special move and ultimate arts useful for offense and defense. If you fill the unique gauge to max at least once, then special move arts will restore your vanish gauge by 100% upon activation. And if there's a defeated battle member, ultimate arts will do the same. These arts also restore key and draw special move arts or an ultimate arts respectively, giving you plenty of opportunities to land some powerful moves. Survive to the end and use a stunning Spirit Bomb to snatch victory from the jaws of defeat with Legends Limited Goku. So we know these yellow, Sun Family, Saiyan, Movie Saga, Z ability. Z ability 2 will buff episode sagas from the movies, Sun Family, and Tag Saiyan. At Z ability 3 will also buff base blast attack for characters that are both Movie Saga and Sun Family. 38% to Movie Saga, Sun Family, or Saiyan base strike and blast. Oh my god, again. What is with Legends and their obsession with double defense Z abilities? How many of these are we gonna get? Evil Boo, Ultimate Gohan, Garlic Jr., Super Baby 2, Spirit Bomb Kid Goku, Omega Shenron. I think Omega Shenron is double defense as well. What is going on here? It's like they realized everyone is too strong, so the only way to fix it is to flood the game with double defense Z abilities. Everybody is double defense. Come on, man. Come on. And then they try to offset that by making everyone have 2.4 million HP at 14 stars. Come on, Legends, get it together, man. You're just going in a loop here. You make a problem, sell a solution, just to buy another problem. Alright, Goku Strike Arts have Blast Armor, so charge in without fear of enemy Blast Arts. Yes, the standard stuff. Yay, Blast Armor. It's Blast Cards. Buff your Blast damage when you activate Blast Arts. Plus 20% to Blast damage inflicted for 5 counts upon activation. Okay. Blue card. If you filled the unique gauge to max at least once, then draw special move arts and restore your Vanish gauge by 100%. Deals massive impact damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation. Restore ki by 30% to blue card damage inflicted for 10 timer counts. Also applies the following effects to self if unique gauge has been filled at least once. Draw a special move card next, activates 3 times, restores Vanish gauge by 100% blast armor when charging forward. That's going to be fun. Just when you thought Ultimate Gohan was spamming you with blue cards and green cards, guess who's going to be doing the same thing? Except obviously on his end, he's going to be spamming you with blue cards, but you know the gist. Alright, that's fine. Some fun plays could be made with that. The real question is this unique gauge. How long does it take for this unique gauge to fill up? Because it's based on your allies taking hits, and we're in this weird meta of people are getting one shot left and right very quickly. So let's see how well that works. Special card. Sorry, forgive me. I am just quickly also uploading the reaction while I do this, but this simple to use special arts will restore ki and draw 2 cards if you have 3 or fewer. Plus, if you can hit your opponent with it, you'll nullify their special cover changes and inflict extreme bleed on a green card. That's interesting. Let's see. Applies the following effects to self upon activation. Randomly draw at most 2 new cards when you have 3 or fewer cards. Restore ki by 50. The following effects occur on hit. Apply buff effect, nullify cover changes for 10 counts. Inflict enemy with the attribute downgrade plus 20% to damage received. 100% chance to inflict extreme bleed. Chainable with everything. Okay, you know, good way to extend combo potential. 50 ki is quite a bit off of green. Cover nullification. That's the standard stuff. I'm not, you know. At this point, this is standard. You get additional cards, you get cover nullification, you get ki, and you either make the opponent take more damage or you deal more damage. That is just the norm now. Ultimate. If there's a defeated battle member, you draw another ultimate arts and your Vanish gauge will be restored by 100%. Deals massive impact damage, applies the following effects to self upon activation. Restore ki by 30, 50% to ultimate damage inflicted, nullify endurance effects. Also applies the following effects to self if there's a defeated battle member. Draw the ultimate arts card again. It's the same ultimate, right? I don't know why they didn't title the name here. Either way, 10 times Kaioken Kamehameha. Restore Vanish gauge. Activates once. Blast armor charging forward. This could be a fun play. You could nail the ultimate, get your Vanish back. You have another ultimate. You blast your opponent or you PV them because they're not expecting it. Boom. Ultimate number 2. And then you rinse and repeat. This could be cool. All right, now this guy is a defense type. I am thinking they may be increasing either reduced damage received to 75% or his impact damage reduction, explode damage reduction, and slice damage reduction is going to be 15%, because we actually have a couple characters that are like that. The green android 16 is a good one, and then I think Garlic Jr. is like that too. And as you may know, impact damage basically encompasses like 85% of the game. Slice damage is just with characters with swords, so like Zamasu and Trunks and stuff like that. Impact damage is pretty much everything that relates to a fist and whatnot. So that's most characters. I don't know. I think this Goku could be tanky because that seems to be the one thing that they keep bragging about. Either way, unique ability 1. Get +1 to arts card draw speed and nullify enemy special cover changes when you use an arts card while the enemy's health is 50% or below. Goku's unfavorable element factors will be nullified every time when faced with an enemy, and if an ally is inflicted with no switching while Goku's on the battlefield, you reduce your opponent's ki by 100 and seal the Rising Rush in main abilities. Just when your opponent thinks they can finish you off, you'll be able to pull through. Whoa! 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 Hold on. What? If an ally is inflicted with no switching while Goku is on the battlefield, you'll reduce your opponent's ki by 100 and seal their Rising Rush in main abilities. Do you know what this means? It means if UG4 slaps you with a green card, he can't kill you. Wow. Damn. This guy is doing a great job at boxing off UG4. Hold on. Getting rid of his type neutral, being a defensive unit, type advantage, and you're telling me this guy is able to take away his ki, seal the main, and seal the rush while you're hit with no switching? That's fantastic. The same thing is true with Pretty sure fusing Super Vegito pop in the green card, because the sub count timer up, or is that not counted as no switching? I know that those are two different things. Either way, that's great. Applies the following effects when the battle starts: 130% to damage inflicted, reduce damage received by 70%, 70% to key recovery, -10 to blast, special move, and ultimate arts costs, level 1 cardio speed. Applies the following effects to self every time when faced with an enemy, restore 25 key. Every time when faced with an enemy, 90% damage inflicted. Jesus, 220% just off of 2 passive. Nullifies unfavorable element factors for damage sustained for 5 counts. It's pretty good as well. The following effects occur when this character uses an arts if enemy's health is 50% or above. Increases your own card draw speed by 1 level for 3 counts. Remember, it says uses an arts. So this is kind of like the Boo Bros. Every time they use a card and they're getting level 1 card draw speed for 4 timer counts. Or Ultra Super Vegito, who also did the same thing every time he uses a strike or blast. Except for him, it's for 3 counts. Applies the following effects: nullify enemy special cover changes for 10 timer counts. Activation count resets after character switch. Inflict all enemies with the attribute downgrade -50% to health restoration. This can stack, aka this is huge for dealing with our good friend UG4, because every time you hit him with a bunch of cards, you're going to be removing the health restoration. So when he procs the unique gauge, the guy's not going to be able to heal. Super 17 does the same thing. You may have noticed whenever I use Super 17, I always say, this is great, chain a bunch of cards into him, because the health restore procs first and then the unique gauge, aka he can't wipe away the health restoration debuff. He'll always nullify his healing and then the unique gauge, making him easier to kill as time goes on. The following effects occur when an ally is inflicted with no switching while this character is on the battlefield. Reduce enemy key by 100, seal rush for 10 timer counts, inflict all enemies with the attribute downgrade +20 to all arts costs for 5 counts, and seal their main abilities. This is huge, man. You cannot snipe somebody out anymore with this. That's fantastic. That is indeed fantastic. Sorry, again, I gotta take a look at this. Applies the following effects to allies when an ally is defeated. Restore health by 20%, 20% to damage inflicted, and 10% to damage inflicted by Movie Saga characters. So you lose an ally, this guy now heals everybody and gives Movie Saga allies 30% extra damage inflicted. That's pretty epic. Pretty epic indeed. Oh, my video got hit with copyright. Come on, Legends. Why are you using... What? You can't use the... Oh my god, that's crazy. You can't use the Daima section? Boo! And they use copyrighted music, bro. Legends is just losing their marbles now, it seems. That's crazy. That's crazy. Okay. Unique ability 2 has special cover change against blast arts. Every time an ally is hit with an enemy's arts attack, Goku's unique gauge will charge up. When it fills up to the max, reduce your opponent's Dragon Balls by 1 and reduce the impact, explode, and slice damage Goku receives. Plus, one time when your opponent activates an ultimate arts, Goku will recover health and cancel the enemy's attribute upgrades and buff effects. Nice, letting this character tank ultimates with ease. If you fill the unique gauge to the max when Goku's health is below 50%, additional effects will activate, including health restore. Alright, so cover change against blast arts, chainable with the blue. The following effects occur when an enemy activates an ultimate arts or awakened arts while this character is not defeated. While this character is not defeated. So that means that even on the bench, Goku can apply this. That's what the wording implies here. Goku on the bench is able to nullify the guy's buff effects. That's huge. Assuming the wording is right. They do change the wording sometimes, but this sounds like while Goku is not defeated, but even if he's on the bench or on the battlefield, he will remove buff effects. That's crazy. It doesn't say when this character is on the field, so the only other implication is even on the bench, he can take away buff effects. That's huge. If so, this character is got a tremendous amount of value. Applies the following effects to self every time an ally is hit with an enemy's arts attack based on that ally's remaining health. If the HP is 50% or above, it charges unique gauge. If it's 50% or below, it greatly charges the unique gauge. Once the unique gauge is full, it resets to 0 and the following effects occur. 20% damage inflicted for 30 counts, reduces impact, explode, and slice damage received by 10% for 15 counts, plus 20% to damage inflicted by allies for 15 counts, shorten ally subcount by 3, reduce enemy Dragon Balls by 1 up to 3 times. The following effects also occur according to the conditions met. Own remaining health is 50%, he restores 30% of his HP, activates 3 times, and cancels own attribute downgrades under normal conditions. If this character is on the battlefield, he'll draw a special arts card next and randomly destroy 2 enemy cards. Increases own unique gauge by 30% when this character uses a strike or blast while own remaining health is below 50%. Shorten ally subcount by 5 when enemy activates a rising rush while this character is on the field. Wow. So I'm going to assume the unique gauge can be charged pretty quickly because 15 timer counts of this is not that much. But then again, the defensive stats could be pretty high because that's what they keep bragging about. But assuming I'm right about this right here, removing buff effects when the character uses an ult while the character is on the bench, this character just got a tremendous amount of value because one of the biggest issues we have right now is UG4, it can just comfortably one-shot everybody with his ultimate. But if we're able to remove the guy's type neutral, then this means both Ultimate Gohan and UG4 have finally found a character to apply some pressure to them in terms of not letting them be so free with their damage. Tremendous amount of value. This is huge. Being able to remove their buff effects, no type neutral, means that drop combo ult's not one-shotting anybody, UG4's not one-shotting anyone just because you got a green card or a PV or anything of the like. Very, very good. Assuming I'm right, Goku's looking like a very good character. Very, very good character. Part of it hinges on how quickly his unique gauge will charge up because some of his passives are tied to that. But he's looking like a pretty strong character. Pretty good high damage multipliers. We don't know his stats yet or his HP count, but those two things will be important. But initial impression is Goku looks like a very, very good character. Plenty of ways of getting cover null, plenty of ways of getting multiple levels of card draw speed. He's able to sustain himself quite well. Removing the buff effects is huge. Subcount manipulation, supportive capabilities as well. I think Goku will do pretty good. You let me know in the comment section below what you think, but I am optimistic about this Goku release. But until next time, guys, be on the lookout for the showcases. Peace.